Hi everybody, welcome back to HMA Gallery. Today we are going to be starting a series of animation tutorials focusing on the human faces and bodies. So I've had a couple of my art students request how to learn how to draw better people. And there are a lot of different animation styles out there, but the main thing to think about when you're doing this is that you need exaggerated features. So whether it be the nose or the eyes or the face shape itself, you really want to have exaggerated features somewhere, because that's what gives you that cartoony feel. So here are a couple of my favorites. Here's one, and if you'll notice, the facial feature on here that is exaggerated is the nose. And here's another one. And on this one, I love this one because the body style of this character is very exaggerated and very over the top. And that is what animators do a lot of times in the movies that you see. They find features of people. It's kind of like caricatures when you go to theme parks and you see them exaggerating people's features. And that is what I'm going to try to help you do today. So come along and draw with me and let's have some fun together. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is line up the shape of our face. So every face is a little different, but the one we're going to start with is going to be a bald man. And he's going to be kind of a muscly man. So the first thing we're going to do here is draw ourselves an oval. So just lightly sketch an oval in the middle of your paper. We always start out sketching lightly, so if we have to erase things, it's easier to erase. All right. And then we're going to start with the nose in the middle. So right here in the middle, we're going to start by drawing a very light line down the center, and then we're going to draw a line right through the middle for our nose, just like this. Now we have everything lined up for where it's going to be. So our nose is going to start here, and it's going to be rather big. Everything is going to be a little bit larger than life. So now we're going to draw our first nostril by making the top of a mountain here, top of a mountain over here. Okay, we're going to have this curve back like this curve back like this. All right, then I'm going to have a little curve come up and over like a hook inside the nose, and then we're going to do that over here as well. All right, so let me zoom in and show you what we have so far. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the nose down to about here. So I'm going to give myself a little tiny line so I know where to come. I'm going to bring this down and then curve it back up to the other side, just like this. All right. So here is my nose. Now once you get things exactly how you want them, you can darken them up, but never darken anything up until you have it exactly how you want it. Okay, so there's my nose. And now we're going to give him eyes. His eyes are going to be set on the left side and the right side of the top of the nose. So we're going to have one right about here. And he's got big eyes. I'm going to give him a big circle here. And then another one right here, just like this. So there's a lot of different faces that you can do when you're animating. It's, really limitless. So I'm just going to show you a few of the basics to get you started on your own. And the first guy that we're going to have here, he's got big eyes. So here's the pupil for his eye and the pupil for his other eye, like this. And then down here, we're going to give him some bags under his eyes because I would say he's a middle-aged gentleman, maybe around 40. So he's not real young, but he's not real old either. He's just kind of hanging in that middle age range. And now we're gonna give him some big bushy eyebrows. Now the eyebrows are gonna look like they're coming off of the top of the forehead, but they're really not. We're gonna add the rest of the details as we go. So I'm gonna put a line here and a line here, lined up with the edge of the eye, the inside edge of the eye. And then we're gonna have this curve up and over, like this. Curve up and over. He's got big, bushy eyebrows. There's our first one. And we're gonna try to make this one as even as possible with the left one. There we go. And then we're just gonna carefully shade that in real quick, because this is a sketch. You don't have to do things super detailed for this. Okay, there we go, just like that. Now we're gonna do his mouth. His mouth is going to be a big mouth. He's got a big giant mouth. So it's gonna start here on the outside edge of the nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little line and a little line. This is so I can measure in my head where I want this to go. And then right here underneath, I'm gonna start out by drawing a line underneath the nose. And then this is gonna come up like this. And then this is gonna come up like this. All right. And then we're gonna have this curve down and back across. This is not the whole mouth, this is just the upper lip. All right. And then we're gonna start here and we're gonna make a line coming down, a line coming down. Now, if I'm moving too fast for you, if at any point you need to pause this video and catch up, feel free to do so. Then we're gonna have a line cut across like this. Then we're gonna give him a tongue inside of his mouth. We're putting an arch right there. Now he needs a bottom lip. So we're not gonna go all the way up here to the corner. We're gonna come down a little ways, and then we're gonna line down. Over here, we're gonna do the same thing. We wanna try to keep things as symmetrical as possible. And curve it back across like this. Okay? And then inside of that mouth, behind the tongue, I'm gonna shade it a little bit to make it darker than the tongue. Just like this. Okay? And there's his mouth. Now, all we have are the inside facial features. And at this point, if you want to go ahead and kind of start erasing out some of those measurement lines, we don't need them anymore. So we can kind of get rid of some of those lines there, just like this. Now, I'm going to leave the oval for just another minute until we finish the rest of the face. All right. So I'm going to come up here to the top of the head, the top of the forehead. And the first thing we're going to do is start on the outside edges of that eyebrow. And I'm going to come up. I'm going to give him a small dome from the edge of the one eyebrow to the edge of the other eyebrow, just like this. If you'll notice, I started from the outside corners of each eyebrow and just made my arch. Now in here, I'm going to have it arch inward. So on the outside of that eyebrow, still measuring from the outside of the eyebrow, I'm going to have an arch that comes in, just like that. Then we're going to have it come back out. And this is going to be the start of forming this cheekbone, okay? Just like that. Then we're going to have this line come down and then curve out just slightly underneath the mouth, just a little ways underneath the mouth. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Like this. Okay. And then we're gonna have the chin. Come in like this. And then come in like this. And then we're gonna curve it out in the middle. And I'm gonna erase those lines that I don't need anymore. Just like that. All right? So here is the basic shape of his face. All right? Now down here, I want to give him a little bit of a chin, so I'm just going to give him a little curl here, just like this. I'm going to give him a few little lines underneath his chin, like that. And then I'm going to carefully erase out all of those markings that I had before from my circle, just like this, because we don't need them anymore. It's always good to have those markings though, because that helps you to get things lined up. It kind of gives us what I call the skeleton of the drawing, so that we know where we're going and where to end things. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and darken up the upper part of the eyeball right here. Like this. And then up here like this. Okay? Just like that. And then we can give him some little lines in here on his cheeks. Little shade marks. Now he needs some ears. His ears are going to start down here. They're going to come up, curve over, and back in. Just like that. So I want this one to line up with the edge of the mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is symmetrical. This one's going to start here and it's going to end right about here. Now all I did was just measured where this ear ends up here, where it ends down here, and where it starts, so that I can make sure as much as possible that my ears are symmetrical. Now they may not be perfect, but that's okay. There we go. And I'm going to put a little curve line in here, and then a little curve line in here. All right. And then give him some shading inside the ear to give the illusion of a little bit of depth. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom back out and we're going to work on the neck. So for the neck, we're going to come down here and we're going to start on the outside of the face, right about where the center of the mouth is. Start here and then have it over here as well. Have this one curve down a little ways. And then this is going to be his shoulder that curves out. He's got a big, thick neck. Because he's probably a bodybuilder. We're going to say he's a bodybuilder. There we go. And then down here he's going to have a curve in his neck like this. Alright, and then some shade marks on the left side. Like that. And then some shade marks on the right side. And there you have it. Your very simple, basic, quick sketch of a middle-aged, bald bodybuilder man. Now, you can do whatever you want. If you decide you want to give him hair, or if you want to give him different eyebrows or a different mouth, this is the part where you can be creative and make your design however you want. But this is just a basic, simple sketch that I wanted to show you. And I've got more to come, so follow me on my other videos, and we're gonna go through an animated faces series together. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun following along. And remember to check out some of my other videos. And if you have a suggestion of something you'd like to see me do here on my channel, just write me a comment in the comment section, and maybe your suggestion will be the next video that I post. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. God bless.